All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. The first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Dalton throwing on second down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Riley Dixon now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. Nifty footwork at the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And his first pass is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. First carry for James Conner. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Rudolph looking to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd down, Dalton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Daniel McCullers breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hey, get ready for something coming west.
Dalton here from the gun. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start with a give to Connor. And an alley to run. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs?
There he goes left side. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Andy Dalton. Trying to lay one up deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. After the interception, here's Rudolph. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Gone!
On first down, Rudolph. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, it's Rudolph. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Here's Connor. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Gone! All right, here we go.
Here's Rudolph now on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jesse Bates, the rookie safety, his first pick in the league. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And that is incomplete here.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. Third down from the gun, Dalton. Forced out to his left. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. Now the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. As we know, they had the chance last week, Charles, to lock up the division. Couldn't do it. Now it all comes down to the final week of the season. But once again, they control their destiny.
And that's a good thing. But I wonder about mindset because you mentioned they had a chance to lock it up last week, didn't. Are they bringing extra pressure to themselves now? Even though they control their own destiny with a win, now because they didn't get it done before, will they be even tighter as they approach this game?
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
From the gun, here's Rudolph. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Play action. It's Rudolph. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Andy Dalton now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. This will be Dalton again. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Get ready for 57 over there.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Rolling to his left. Open man is Uzomah. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Here's Dalton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Green's got it over the middle. Dalton to Green for a Cincinnati first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throw left side, complete to Ross. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Passing, it's Dalton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
5-0.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Twisting away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Connor. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And now running right through him. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long. It's Rudolph. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll begin here with Bernard. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. To Mixon on the check down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here you go, 368.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So Dalton now. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. A big play there for Cincinnati. 65 yards. They'll give it to Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
But whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
They run with Connor. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Rudolph. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
2nd and 10, Rudolph again. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Here comes a 1st down throw from Rudolph. The quick slant caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, that great field position. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jordan Willis in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Rudolph looking to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. They made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Going deep for Eifert. Oh, wide open, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. Again, it's Connor. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On third down, that's Connor, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken around the 12. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you? Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They give him a gain of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every... And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Now a toss going left. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now it's counter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. First and 10 for Dalton. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ross. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Dalton. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Dalton sets up play action. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The connection since 2011. Dalton to Green for a Bengal first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off with great anticipation. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The drive will start with counter. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And they'll go on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they can't bring him down. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. 2nd down, Dalton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
5-0, 5-0.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for Pittsburgh, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up